Hi everybody, and welcome to Rapping with the Rep. These are the COVID-19 series of shows that we're doing to update you on the changing conditions of our government in its reaction to the current health crisis. While we are not en masse at the State House, the building is closed and many of the non-essential workers are not there. Your representatives and senators, such as myself, are continuing to work from home and continuing to do what we can to improve the lives of our residents while at the same time addressing the health crisis that confronts us. What I'll be doing on a regular basis, if not daily, then every other day, is taping a series of updates from my home, because like you, I will be staying at home to the extent I possibly can. So from there, I'll be giving you information on the latest news, on the latest issues that we're confronting. I'm going to start off each time with a short 2-minute clip from the CDC to remind everyone what you should be doing in this time of crisis, how important it is to keep your social distance, to wash, etc. And then we'll be right back at the end of this 2-minute clip to talk about the latest developments. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jay Butler, Deputy Director for Infectious Diseases at CDC. I'd like to talk to you about the new virus that causes the disease COVID-19. Older adults and people who have severe chronic medical conditions like heart, lung, or kidney disease, or diabetes may be at higher risk for severe illness from COVID-19. If you are one of the people at increased risk for serious COVID-19 illness, it's especially important for you to take action to reduce the risk of getting COVID-19 now. The first thing you can do is take care of your own health. Wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol if soap and water are not available. Cover your coughs or sneezes with a tissue, or cough or sneeze into your elbow, not your hands. Avoid contact with people who are sick. Clean and disinfect surfaces in your home, such as counters, tabletops, and doorknobs to remove germs. Use household cleaning sprays or wipes according to the label instructions. The next thing you can do is make a plan for what to do if you do get sick. Know who will take care of you if your caregiver gets sick. Talk to your healthcare provider about getting extra necessary medications to have on hand. Get enough supplies too, including enough household items and groceries so you can stay home for a few weeks if you have to. The third thing you can do is pay attention to what's happening locally. If COVID-19 is spreading in your community, stay home as much as possible and avoid crowds. If you get sick with fever, cough, or shortness of breath, call your healthcare provider. If you develop warning signs, such as difficulty breathing, persistent pain or pressure in your chest, confusion, or blueness of the lips or face, these may be signs of serious illness. Call 911. For more information and the latest resources, please visit cdc.gov/COVID-19 or call 1-800-CDC-INFO. That's 1-800-232-4636.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Rapping with the Rep. I am State Representative Ken Gordon, and we're providing these updates to the coronavirus pandemic and our state response, what we're doing on the state level to prepare for this pandemic, to respond to the pandemic, and the things that we're doing to support the businesses that have taken a very drastic, very severe hit as a result of it. Today is the 21st day of April, and today was a significant day because the governor earlier made an announcement that schools will not reopen for the rest of this school year. I think we all understand the seriousness of the threat that is posed by this pandemic. We've had hundreds of people in our district, thousands of people in our state come down with the virus, and several people in our state and in this district have not survived this virus. And so what we have to do is continue to stay distant
we have to maintain physical distancing. I know people call it social distancing, but it's really not social, it's physical. Um, that's our part. That essentially makes it so that the virus does not have the opportunity to jump from one person to another, causing this very rapid spread. And I think that we all understand, but it bears repeating, that what science has shown us is that we're not symptomatic for the first 14 days. So there are people walking around right now that have the virus, have the ability to spread the virus, but they're not feeling any symptoms of the virus. So they could be out and about doing what they need to do. They come across someone else who's unsuspecting that they actually are carrying the virus, and it spreads to that person. And that's why it's so important that we stay apart. And we're all strong, and we have to remain strong. But strength is not to say, the heck with it, I can go out and be with other people and ignore this advice. Strength is to say, right now, to protect you and to protect myself, to protect my family, including the older members of my family, I've got to remain distant. And when I can't be distant physically from someone else, what I can do is I can wear a mouth covering, I can wear gloves, I can be careful and understand the risk that I'm taking so that I can protect myself from that risk when I go out to the grocery store or the pharmacy or the places that we need to go to. Now, you notice I said this is, in my opinion, physical distancing. It's not social distancing, because there are ways that we can socially remain connected. Right here through this video, I'm remaining connected to the constituents that tune in, to all of you. You can still be close to your family members who are not living with you by using this type of technology. Tonight, my wife and I are going to have dinner virtually with my brother and his friend, um, by just setting up the laptops at our table and talking to each other. We'll each have our own dinner, obviously, but it's a way of being connected. And this weekend we'll do the same with my sister and my brother-in-law. And there are other ways for our kids to remain connected. Um, there are organizations and activities in Burlington and in Bedford that provide opportunities for kids to connect with each other. It's important to do that. So school will not be in session now until September. That doesn't mean we're on vacation. Our students are expected to participate in online learning, led by teachers, same teachers that they have in the classroom. They still have access to help, to extra help. Our teachers are doing a fantastic job. They're working in ways they never imagined. The teaching assistants are working in ways they never imagined. And the students are paying attention, again, in all new ways. And so we're in an era where our ingenuity, as it usually does, is taking over, so that we continue to still progress and advance as we normally do, and still get together with each other as we normally do. So that was an important issue that came up today in the State House. Yesterday, the governor passed legislation that we sent to him that will protect people from being evicted from their homes or their mortgages from being foreclosed on, if with respect to a residence or a small business. At this time where people are told to stay home, to remain secure in their homes, we can't uh, allow a process by which they lose their homes. Now, look, people still have to pay their rent. Landlords will still be protected. There'll come a time where landlords can go back to the ultimate protection of an eviction. But right now, people have to be able to stay in place for their own good and for the good of the rest of us. Because again, anytime we have an instance where people are forced to or have to resort to being together with other people so that this disease spreads, it just doesn't benefit anyone, because this disease will not be contained. So if one part of our society stays together and allows for the spread of this disease, it'll eventually get to the rest of our society. And so we have to remain vigilant. Um, the governor's made a sports analogy today, which is true, is we're in the third quarter, maybe entering the fourth quarter, but we've got to play this game to its end. With respect to the school closure, I think we all understand that in order for us to be able to get back to what used to be, and we're never really going to get back exactly what it used to be, but in order to go back to reopening schools and some businesses, we have to show 2 weeks of a sustained decrease in the number of positives, and also that number has to be way down. It seems to me that we are therefore at least 4 weeks away from even getting close to that number. And so that would leave only a few weeks left of school if the governor hadn't made this decision. If we had gone back to school in the beginning of June, I think that many of our students, especially the younger students, would be so distracted being back again, maybe so excited being back again, that the quality of learning would suffer. And what we're doing is we're educating our kids. So I do think that the educational benefit to our kids is best in this way at this time, at this just extraordinary time. One more thing that we should talk about is the effect of this distancing strategy on our businesses, and especially our small businesses. They're being challenged like never before, and the landscape will change. We're just not going to be going back, especially right away, to what it was. Our restaurants will eventually open up again, but I'm quite sure that because of distancing protocols, the tables will be more spread out, which will mean they won't be able to serve as many people each night, which will put a strain on them. And other businesses, again, are facing challenges now, which are not going away anytime soon. The federal government responded with a program that we talked about in our last episode with Congressman Moulton, the payroll protection program to help workers, to help businesses to continue to pay workers. But there were tremendous problems in the way that was rolled out. Many businesses, especially in our area, didn't get the benefit of it. And I know the congressman received a number of calls. We received a number of calls. There's another program coming out this week, and hopefully the federal government will do better. What we're going to do is we're going to have either Congressman Moulton or someone from his office back here on this show, probably in just a few days, to talk about that newest federal program and how it will help people. So please stay tuned, because the strategy, the thought behind the Rapping with the Rep program now is to continue to update and replace these programs as new events come out. So that's the next one that will come out and explain to you. Unemployment this week was also updated here in Massachusetts so that people who are part of the gig economy, people who are self-employed, independent contractors, are now eligible for unemployment. So if you've waited to apply for unemployment because you're self-employed, the time to do so is now. You can always call our office, and I'm sure that our office number has been streaming on the bottom of the TV, and if not, it'll be up there now. Call our office. We can help you, but go online first, because it's all something you can do online. You can go online and apply. And don't forget, every Thursday at 11 a.m., we're available with a virtual online open office hours. Anyone can join. Again, call our office or email our office. We'll give you the code. It's a Zoom meeting. You can participate, and we'll just discuss what's going on. And if there's something on your mind, let us know. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, I'm State Representative Ken Gordon. This is Rapping with the Rep. We'll see you next time.